I'm Kristin Kayler, and he has filled the void. My parents divorced when I was 3 years old. My father was pretty much absent most of my life, and that left a void in my soul that I pretty much spent the rest of my life trying to fill. I thought when my first marriage didn't work that if I could only make my body look a certain way, that would fill it. After another relationship ended, it was a really bad one, and I then decided that I would try to just mask the feeling, just hide it. And so I did that with drugs and alcohol and very, very destructive relationships. I was so desperate to find something that would fill that empty feeling in my gut that never ever went away. I met Mike in June of 2006, and after we got married, we started going to church. I thought, this is it. This is the one thing, and I can do this because I can make a checklist. I can go to church 3 times a week. I can read 2 chapters a day in my Bible. I can, I can do all of these things that I can physically check off a list if I wanted to, and that's got to be it. That's got to be the answer. Mike was in the youth, and he had tried so many times to try to help me. He knew I was struggling, and neither one of us really knew why. In October of 2015, we had a guest speaker come here at New Hope, and he gave his testimony. He had been checking things off of the checklist, but still felt that emptiness inside, and that really spoke to me, and I could relate to that. And I remember sitting there and just began to shake all over, and I remember thinking, that's me. That's what I'm missing. After the service, I ended up going and having a conversation with Mike and Brother Tony, and a part of me was very afraid. What are they going to think about that? What are they going to think about me? So I'll never remember Brother Tony looking at me and saying, well, you know what to do. I prayed, they prayed with me. We went over some scripture, and I got saved that night. I remember a feeling washing over me of just absolute peace. Finally, that void was filled. The emptiness is not there anymore, and it's not coming back. Having that emptiness inside played a role in the way that I mothered my children. My oldest son, my relationship with him definitely was affected by that. I was not the mother to him that I could have been. If you don't know the love of Christ, you can't love anybody else. And I didn't know that love. And we have a great relationship now. I have my daughter, Brooke, who we are raising totally differently than we would have. She's been saved actually longer than I have. I've learned so much from watching her, and it's just completely changed the way that I look at being a mother, and that we were created to have a relationship with Christ, and nothing else is going to fill that void. Nothing else is going to fill that emptiness until you have that relationship with Christ. If Jesus walked through that door right now, I'm not sure that I could say anything to him, knowing how many times I let him down. He wants that relationship with me regardless of anything that I said or did in the past. I'm Kristin Kayler, and he filled the void.